Welcome to Texas Local Live. I'm Jed Crisp.
And I'm Ben Martinek.
And tonight we're here with Mr. Brandley Bannon.
What's going on, y'all?
All the way from Colleyville, down the road.
Yes, around the corner.
Got to get you to a church event right after this.
Yeah.
You want to talk about that? What are you doing with that?
Funny enough, I'm working with some high school students over there.
Awesome.
My drummer actually is, he works for the church, and he's like, man, you gotta start working with some high school kids with me, and it'll be good for you. And everybody else started to encourage me, so I was like, you know what? Wednesdays I'm never doing anything except tonight. Wednesday's a pretty dead night, and because Thursdays, Fridays, and Saturdays are usually show nights, and then Monday and Sunday are your weekend. But so yeah, that's what I'm doing tonight. We got our first get together, so I've got to go do that.
Very cool. Very cool, man. Well, I would like to start at the beginning. I want to know about the childhood, man. I read a little bit of bio from you, and there was a story about your dad being a songwriter.
Yeah.
I guess back in the day. I assume that's where you got a little inspiration to become what you've become today. So, I mean, tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, my dad is, it's funny, I grew up wanting to write with all these songwriters. I'd read the liner notes in all the albums, and I had a list of these songwriters. Oh yeah, Alan Shamblin being one of my favorites. That's who I want to write with. I want to, move up to Nashville and write with those writers.
How many kids do that? They look through the lyrics to find who wrote the song.
That's awesome, man.
My dad actually set me down, and he'd show me how each writer wrote and how it was different. And we'd sit down and we could figure out like who wrote what song. That's a game we played. We'd listen to a record and figure out who wrote what. And
dude, props to Dad Banning for that.
That's a crazy game there.
Yeah, my dad's full of good advice like that. But yeah, what was the question?
I'm just sorry about your job.
Welcome back to the show. We're here with Brandley
but
just how he influenced you.
Obviously,
that's it.
So right I wanted to write with all these guys, and then it hit me a couple years ago. I was like, dang, I was living with one of the best songwriters I know. It was my dad, and he taught me everything I know. The thing is, we butt heads because we're so much alike.
Yeah.
But we've written some pretty dang good songs together. Like my single "Don't Mess with Texas" that was top 20 in Texas was actually my first single on radio, and we wrote that together. And so we do write together. I'm cutting a full length album right now. He'll probably have 5 songs on there.
Oh, sweet.
So yeah, my dad started going up to Nashville with a guy named Rory Feek. If y'all know who the duo Joey and Rory is. Rory lived down here. I've known him since I was about 4 years old. Him and my dad, when I was a kid, used to go back and forth.
The one that just died?
Yeah, Joey.
The same
his
ones?
wife, yeah.
Your dad was friends with them?
Oh yeah, I worked for them actually. And
how about that?
Rory, the male, his wife passed away, Joey. But I've known Rory since I was a kid, and so they used to make trips back and forth between Dallas and Nashville, writing. Well, so then Rory ends up getting signed. My dad had some exclusive song deals and was offered a deal. He actually had, if y'all know who Harlan Howard is, like arguably one of the best songwriters of all time, one of the most well-known songwriters of all time in country music, actually had some exclusive deals with my dad's songs. And then at some point, my dad got offered a deal to be a staff writer up there, write full time, and turned it down. And to keep his family here in Texas, so that was a sacrifice he made.
Yeah.
And I'm really thankful for it because I grew up around my family and my grandparents, and still had that musical upbringing that finally, eventually got me out writing and playing on my own. So
getting back up there anyway on your own. That's amazing, man.
Yeah, he encouraged me every step of the way and made sure that I followed through on it.
Heck
So.
yeah.
Speaking of being in Nashville, he ran into our Nashville rep at Whiskey Jam Monday.
Yeah, I was in a thing plug for Whiskey Jam right there. Whiskey Jam out of Nashville, Tennessee.
Yeah.
Look at us, Ward. We're here.
I ran into Becca. Hey, Becca. But, it was crazy, man. I was texting you the night before. I was like, man, is there any way we can push this up? Because I've got to get to this church thing. It's the first night. And you were awesome enough to make that happen for me, and I really appreciate it. But crazy thing was, I walk into Whiskey Jam, like, there's the Texas Local Live logo
We're all over
on that girl's hat and shirt. I'm like, what's going on?
Take over
branding.
I said, hey, why? And she was like, oh, Jed's my sister. Jed's my brother.
Yeah.
I'm Jed's sister. I was like, no way. You didn't know he's actually a girl.
Yeah. We're learning. We
didn't know.
Breaking news.
Yeah.
So have you been songwriting? It seems like since you were from the womb. Have you been playing guitar, doing that as well?
Yeah, I started when I was 8 years old.
Okay.
I started picking apart songs.
Yeah.
And trying to use other people's lyrics
Yeah,
to put
yeah,
songs
yeah,
together.
yeah.
Until I eventually
Listen,
learned,
guys.
oh, hey, you can't do that. And I
I'm
was
sure you
like,
can. Didn't
about-
Kyle
yeah.
Park do that with the whole song?
Oh,
I have
you,
no idea.
The George
Did he?
Strait song, when did Kyle Park?
you can do it, but you don't get paid all the money for it. That's the kicker.
Yeah.
You
But,
gotta split the winnings.
Yeah. No, but I was 13. I picked up a guitar, and then it's history from there.
Yeah.
And I've just been writing ever since. And that was my first love was songwriting.
Very cool.
Songs, yeah.
Well, tell us about Don't Mess with Texas. I know that was hitting the charts, like you said. Tell us a little about that. I saw the video on YouTube as well.
Oh,
If
yeah.
you aren't subscribed to his channel yet, you should go check it out.
Yeah,
He's got some
please.
cool videos on there, but you had a real insightful video on how that song came about and mainly how you got into doing this, if you wouldn't mind talking about that.
Yeah,
Let
well, y'all
people
can find me
know.
on Instagram and Facebook too, Bradley Banning.
There you go.
Double B.
Yeah, I like it.
But yeah, man, it was crazy. I was living in Nashville. I was working in the music business as a creative director at a management company. You know, great people, good company. I hated my job. I wanted to be the artist. I wanted to be the songwriter, and I was really frustrated. And I was dating a girl down here in Fort Worth that I'd met. She was actually my granddad's ICU nurse that I met. But when he was in the ICU room, I think I may be the only guy who's ever asked out his granddad's ICU nurse. Next day, my granddad passed away after I asked her out. It was like he was staying
Just
around
enough.
just long enough for me. It was like our last little thing together, so I appreciate that. But it was pretty cool. It's a cool story. But anyway, I fell in love with
That's
that
pretty
girl,
awesome,
and you know, around the same time, I just was like, God, all right, make me the man you want me to be, because right now my life's a mess and I hate it, and I'm not the man that woman needs, so make me that man. And 2 months later, sure enough, I lost that job on the same day. She called me the same night, had no clue, broke up with me. I was like, all right, what do I do now?
Yeah.
So I took her engagement ring money and bought studio equipment, kind of like this, and started learning, spending time in studios, learning to write my own, not write my own songs, but record my own songs.
Yeah.
And spent about a year and a half doing that before I wrote a song I liked. It was called Don't Mess with Texas. And I wrote that with my dad and our buddy Kyle Level out of Fort Worth. And
Kyle what?
Level like you're leveling
That
something
name is
out.
super familiar.
He's a good piano player. Used to be a bass player and singer songwriter out of Fort Worth, and good guy. And we wrote the song, and I went in and demoed it the next day, and then I was like, shoot, I think I want to put this song out. And toyed with the idea of moving back home because I really wanted to move back here and release it. And went and called a buddy up. I said, hey, can you check my mix? And he said, yeah, why don't we add a couple things to it? So we added some guitars, finished the mix, and I came down here, thinking I was going to put this out on my own without a radio promoter or anything. And October 3rd, wow. It's a day.
Hey.
October 3rd, I had the meeting. October 4th, today,
Yeah.
I put it out on iTunes. That's crazy.
We did that on purpose.
Planned it
You
that way.
did.
Yeah.
You did. So funny enough, I came back October 3rd. I had a meeting with a friend of mine, Greg Sachs, who was over at a label called Show Dog, which they had a merger with Universal South, which is where I worked when I was an intern up there, and I met Greg through that, and I knew he lived here. And so I called him up and said, hey, can we get together? Can I pick your brain about the Texas scene? Because I'm starting over from scratch down here. He said, sure. We got together. He said, hey, I'm bringing my wife. I was like, okay. I didn't know what that meant. I'm like, okay. I knew she had worked in the business. I was like, cool, maybe she'll have some advice too. And but I didn't know who she was really. And cool thing was the next day we got there and we sat down. And Greg looks at me. He goes, hey, do you believe in God? I was like, yeah. And he's, we do too. We think we're supposed to help you. And so his wife proceeds to tell me, hey, my name's Tammy Millspaw. I work Aaron Watson, Casey Donahue, Cody Johnson, all these guys. She started her roster, Pat Green, and her roster. She just had all these hits.
Oh,
Heck of a lineup she's got there.
And radio. She's a radio promoter, and I'm like, oh wow. She's like, you don't need to put this song out right now to radio, because I had it. I had all the program directors' names, telephone numbers. Like I was going to call them the next day. Like I was determined to do this, and she said, just wait till February, and we waited until February, and she put it out for me. Got my first top 20 single, and this January, her second single will come out. So it's been a wild ride, just kind of like things just started rolling.
In a
Kind of
year.
like it has for y'all, just
Yeah.
pick up and start doing something, and God blesses it.
Yep.
You're off to the races,
Jeez,
That's awesome.
man, that's amazing.
So she's out of Fort Worth. I feel like.
She's at it, yeah.
What's her promotions company name?
Texas Record Chick.
Yep. I have heard of her then.
Yeah.
Good deal.
That's crazy
She's,
cool.
her and Greg have been awesome to me. She's amazing at her job. she's been a godsend, and so is Greg. Just every step of the way. I owe a lot to them.
Yeah. So since we're talking about recording, doing things, where are you recording now? Are you have a studio working, or are you doing solo?
Same thing, man.
Straight, same thing, man. Impressive.
Right out of my apartment.
I love it. So you collaborate with anybody else?
Yeah. You know, it's funny. I haven't. I don't know if we'll cut anything with anybody on the first record, but the way it's working right now, I build the demos out of my place on my small rig that I've got, and then I've done overdubs with a buddy of mine named Danny Capella, who is the guitar player for a band called Emerson Drive.
Yeah.
Country act. I was there. I'm still their tour manager part time.
Oh, cool.
But
I didn't even know they were still together.
oh yeah, they're about
My
to have
sister
their,
should have brought that up to Becca.
Oh yeah. They're about to have their 22nd or 23rd top 10 in Canada. They're all from Canada.
Yeah.
So they still got a huge
Canada,
career up there.
Crazy cool.
Yeah, and so he's helped me do overdubs and mixing and stuff like that. So I did that with him on the next single that's coming out called More, and then we'll do some of that. And I've got a couple buddies in town in Texas, Fort Worth, that I really want to use for a couple songs. So basically what I'm doing with this first record is I'm getting all my buddies who just, you know, who I work well with, who we've become like brothers, you know.
Yeah.
And I'm going to use them, and we're going to create a record together. And so it's
pretty
not going to be
sweet.
just one thing, one studio. It's going to be, I guess it's a work of love, man. It's a work
Yeah,
of,
it's a hodgepodge.
yeah,
I love it. That's
it'll
awesome.
be fun.
That's
It'll
gonna be
fun.
great.
Yeah.
Yeah, Joe. Last week we had Joe Savage on. He had a similar kind of story with his first album. He was kind of building people up from scratch, and he mentioned he had some buddies of his that was doing that same thing too. That's really cool, man.
Yeah.
It seems like it
It's fun.
works,
you
and
know?
it's fun.
I'm
and
doing
and-
what I love.
and you got the chemistry there. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So what's going on? I mean, you've had a crazy year already. Like,
Yeah.
as you know, you can tell. What's going on the rest of this year? I guess through the next year. I mean, what else? You
I'm
got?
so excited, man. I'm shooting for 150 shows next year. It's all been cool, man. Radio stations, fans, the whole Texas scene has just been awesome to me. And one of the coolest things I'd have to say, I opened up for Aaron Watson in Lindale.
11
couple
more.
weeks- they had Big Texas Fest out there, and I opened up for him, and I got a call from his management company. He said, hey, we're doing 3 nights at Green Hall in December. We're doing a female act one night, male act one night, and a band the other night. Would you open up as the male act on the 22nd? And I was like,
Heck yeah.
yeah, I'll be there. Count me in.
Yeah, I'll be
So,
there. Green Hall.
so man, I'm playing Green Hall.
Jeez.
That's everything I got in my mind right now. Making
Yeah.
this record, and I'm playing Green Hall in December.
December,
It
what-
seems
what
like
is
a
it?
dream.
December
22nd.
22nd.
Friday, December 22nd.
Get down there.
Go get the
Get down
tickets.
there,
They're
yeah.
almost sold out. It's gonna be a lot of fun. I think we've got actually a line from North Texas driving down there.
Dude,
It's
yeah.
gonna be like
Caravan.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. That's cool. I'm about to make that trip. I haven't been down there. Well, I went to
Yeah.
school in San Marcos.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, I haven't been down there in a long time. So
Awesome.
might
Yeah,
make
y'all
the
have to
trip
come down.
Come see what's up. Yeah. So last thing I got here, I saw all about that bass cover again. YouTube.
Oh, did you really?
I did. I saw that on there. On that bass. Sorry.
All
yeah.
about that bass.
All about that bass. Got
Is it
some,
still up?
Hey, it's doing
I
well.
just
man.
watched it the other night, too.
It's doing well, actually.
Really?
Yeah,
Well,
it's
the
got
funny
over,
thing
yeah.
is, IFC, the comedy channel, cable comedy channel, they called me about, I guess it was a year and a half ago or 2 years. Oh man, it's almost been 3 years since I put that out.
Mhm.
But they called me that year and were like, hey, can we use this for one of our shows? We're doing like all about that bass cover thing. And so it was on some IFC something. I signed up for it.
Nice.
Yeah.
You're just
So,
getting views, you don't even know it, man.
I
You're
guess,
rolling on it. That's
yeah.
cool.
I think it's got like 20-something thousand views.
Oh, I
on
think
it.
it was like 57 or something.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah,
Oh,
maybe I'm
okay.
missing, I can't. My 5s and 2s mixed up. But
Yeah,
yeah,
I
it
was
was.
sensational here. in the
Yeah, he's just basking in it. I love it, man. So,
that's funny.
so what else? You plug social media? You got anything else you want to share with the audience out there? Any other spots to check out? Any other tour dates other than obviously Green Hall's the big one?
Go to bradleybanning.com. Right now, and I think through the end of October, we've got a Hurricane Harvey relief shirt that we're doing. I don't make a penny off that. It just seemed like the right thing to do. Everybody else had their shirts out there, and Texas has been so good to me that I just wanted to do something. So we've got a Texas Lover shirt that through the end of October, everything goes to Hurricane Harvey relief. So go check that out.
It's a good looking shirt too. So it's a good for a
Did
great
you come up
cause.
with that?
I'm sorry.
Did you come up with the design or?
No, a friend of mine, Kim Fuller out of Austin. Give her a plug right there.
Yeah.
I think it's kimfullery.com. KIMFULLERY.com. She's a friend of my brother's, and I called her. She did one of my other shirts. I said, "Hey, would you mind donating your time for this? I'm not going to make a penny off of it." She said, "Absolutely." And so she jumped in and got it done like in a day for me, and we got it up and going. And then some friends of mine out of East Texas, the Whitakers, they've got Wings and Whitetails out there, and So Much Bling. They printed the shirts off for me. So
Very cool.
Man, you're plugging like crazy tonight.
yeah, all my
Love
friends,
it.
you got to help everybody out. There's been so
Yeah.
many people that have helped me out. I'm going to be plugging y'all from now on. I
Hey,
mean,
man.
if y'all don't know, you're watching Texas Local Live.
We'll take it.
I'll be plugging y'all wherever I can, man. It's just it's one of those things I've realized. I guess there was a point in when I was trying to make it up in Nashville. That I got so guarded, everybody, you don't want to give your contacts away. You want to keep this for yourself, and you get scared that someone's going to get one up on you or something. And it's a game that there's no truth in it. It's all fear.
Yeah.
And the best thing to do is help everybody else out. If you can help someone else out, it's going to help you. And you don't do it just because of that. You do it because it's the right thing. And that's what I've, I guess, learned over the last couple of years is just don't worry about that stuff, and don't be afraid to tell people about who's helping you out. And because a lot of people go out there and we're doing this on our own and this is our thing. Yeah, but you got a whole bunch of people. You got a team behind you. You got a community behind you, and so I'm just real appreciative of that. So I am plugging everybody I can.
Yeah, rule of reciprocity, man. Keep rolling with it.
If you don't have the fans, that's a bare minimum. You're not doing what you're doing.
Yeah.
So I mean,
Very true. Cool, man. Well, we'd love to hear some tunes from you if you can. We'll throw
Absolutely.
some songs out here for everybody, and
yeah,
I think
we're
we're
going.
get that going.
Thanks
Yeah.
for coming out.
Good
man.
deal. Absolutely.
Pleasure.
Thanks for
Glad we
having
can
me.
make it work.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna get those tunes coming to you right next.
You don't drive across Texas on a single tank of gas. You don't leave the Lone Star State without wishing you were back. You don't go through San Antonio and forget the Alamo. You don't pick blue bonnets off the side of the road. You hold on to your license plates and hang them on the wall. You dance every chance you get with your girl at Green Hall. Take some time to spend a night down in Fredericksburg. You don't mess with Texas. You love her. You don't live in Austin. You ain't a little weird. You don't float the Guadalupe without a tube full of beer. You don't sing a Willie song. You can't sing it right. You don't touch a cowboy's hat. You don't wanna fight. Hold on to your license plates, hang them on the wall. You dance every chance you get with your girl at Green Hall. Take some time to spend the night down in Fredericksburg. You don't mess with Texas. You love her. Yeah, you love her. You don't leave a girl in Fort Worth and head to Tennessee and not tell her that you love her. 'Cause if you did, you'd be me. You hold on to your license plates and hang them on the wall. You dance every chance you get with your girl at Green Hall. Take some time to spend the night down in Fredericksburg. You don't mess with Texas. You love her. Yeah, you love her. Hey y'all, I'm Bradley Banning, and this is A Couple Beers. We go way back, and throwback high school. Back to Double Dare, sneaking out to the neighbor's pool. But time's been kind to you. I'm glad you haven't changed. Yep, there's that smile. Shines a light on the good old days. Who'd have thought then we'd be sitting here? And who knows where we'll be in a couple beers. No expectations, no planning ahead for tomorrow. Just going with the flow as the moment unfolds. There's something more going on right here. Just you and me and a couple beers. Don't want to put pressure on it. Time is everything. Call it providence, coincidence. It's a real cool thing. You brought us to this bar where we said goodbye. You believe in second chances. Hey, so do I. Here's to sweeping up the dried up tears. Who knows where we'll be in a couple beers. No expectations, no planning ahead for tomorrow. Just going with the flow as the moment unfolds. There's something more going on right here. Just you and me and a couple beers. Who knows what life holds? We'll have to wait and see. But I always kind of hope that you come back to me. No expectations, no planning ahead for tomorrow. Just going with the flow as the moment unfolds. There's something more going on right here. Just you and me and a couple beers. Just you and me and a couple beers.
Hey guys, thanks for tuning in. Be sure to like and subscribe to the channel. Check us out at TexasLocalLive.com for everything else that's going on in our world. Be sure to check us out on all the other social media platforms we have at Facebook, Instagram, and Snapchat at Texas Local Live, and we hope to be seeing you around there.